Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our online webinar for What's New in Electrical, SolidWorks Electrical 2015. My name is Dennis Barnes. I'm with MCAD Technologies. Today we'll take a short amount of time, not too much of your time. We'll be talking about some of the new functionality in Electrical 2015. The topics we'll be covering today in demonstration are new rights management that's been improved, simplified creation of design and electrical components, an advanced formula manager, and we're going to talk about 3D routing analysis. So let's go right to SolidWorks Electrical, and we can start that demonstration. We have the ability here now so that you can sign in using a username and password into the rights management or the actual use of SolidWorks Electrical. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in as the admin, and I'll go ahead and open a project here. Now the rights management is actually set up into the tools area interface configuration, and under the tab Rights Management they have the setup here for password required to log into the software and the management of user rights. And this allows you to set up these groups and these individual users for these rights management capabilities. We can look at this grid here and we can see that under the administrator group, library manager, project editor, and project contributor, all of these individual rights have been set or unset as they may need to use them in the future. Go ahead and close that. Let's move on. We'll take a look at the library now. In the Symbols Manager, we have the ability now to actually edit our symbols using DraftSight, which is a free 2D editor from SolidWorks that's downloadable from the SolidWorks website. As soon as this comes up, I'll be able to show you. So this is the 2D editor. Here's my symbol here. I'm just going to make a couple of simple changes to this symbol. I'm just going to delete these two lines on this symbol. I'll go ahead and close it and save it. Close DraftSight. And when we double click on the symbol in the symbol library here, it's going to come up with the editor that's in SolidWorks Electrical, but you'll be able to see that the symbol has actually already been modified because of DraftSight. So once I close that window, save the library symbol, and in the library here you'll see that the preview of the symbol has been updated. So let's move on. We'll talk about custom connector creation. So I'm going to go ahead and open a new schematic here. Start with the new schematic page. We're going to go ahead and insert a new connector. We're going to start with a connector that's already in our library. It's a Phoenix connector. Sorry, I forgot the number here. 1771749. It's a 24-pin connector. I'm going to add it in here. Now with this new connector software, I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. I can dynamically select all of the connector points that I want to add in here. So I just turned them all off and I'm just going to add in the first 6. There we go. We're going to use the dynamic connector with pin symbols. Turn that so it's facing the correct direction. Drop it in. The next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and add in the corresponding symbol, which is going to be this one. go ahead and add in a new symbol here, create new connector. This is going to be the 7000 78061. Okay. Get this turned correctly. We'll put that symbol in right there. Let's go ahead and zoom in there so we can look a little closer at the symbol that's been created. I'll go ahead and move this down just a bit here. So that we go ahead and insert our single lines here. Oh, I missed it, didn't I? Let's go ahead and drop that down just a little bit more. There we go. SolidWorks automatically sees that this connector is connected now, and it throws the connector's lines in there. Now I can go ahead and modify these lines. Bring up the wire style properties. Take a look at these different lines here. The wire color here should be brown. That bend radius is going to be 0.5. In addition, we have this new advanced formula writer here, where we can take a look at the line, the formula for the mark, the wire mark that's on there. Here's some recent formulas that I've used. So this is the formula that's in there right now. I can go ahead and change it, replace that formula, even rewrite new ones using all of these variables. So I go ahead and replace that line data. Then when I go ahead and I number these wires, they come up with the location, the color, and the wire number, or the equipotential. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and create a location outline for this part here. I'm going to move this into the main electrical cabinet. Go ahead and update the wire marks. So that gives us the from to properties for those wires. The next thing we're going to take a look at is electrical 3D. Bring up the project manager, open this project. Take a look at this main electrical assembly here. Once this gets loaded, I'll be able to show you the 3D routing analysis that's been added to SolidWorks routing for electrical 3D. So basically we have our cabinet here We tell it to route the wires. We turn on the errors, the routing analysis capabilities, and we go ahead and allow it to route. So what's going to happen is it's going to bring up this list of routing errors. There's some manufacturing parts that haven't been installed here. There's some wire properties, so we can zoom into the wire property if it was set, so we can take a look at those wire properties. Missing 3D parts, invalid connection points, so we can actually zoom to those components that have those invalid connection points, and we can determine what's going on with those, or even the missing connection point for the routing of the wires there. So that just zoomed us to that other connector there. So if I go back to my original view here, take a look at the manufacturer missing components for KM1 here. It identifies it in my library here that I'm missing this component in the route. So I can go ahead and right click, insert this component, drop it into my rail here, go ahead and close this analysis, and then route the wires again. If I turn off the errors now, I won't get that analysis anymore, and it's going to ask me if I want to delete the existing route. I should probably go ahead and do that. So now the route basically hasn't changed except for the new wires that were put in for the component that was missing previously. So that's pretty much it for what's new with SolidWorks Electrical 2015. Does anybody have any questions? Please go ahead and post those. Write those in the questions area, and I'll be happy to answer any of those right now.